All right, thank you so much. So today we are talking about how to use email to connect with customers. Who here has ever received an email? Guilty, right? We've all received those emails. Hopefully you got some emails about Global Entrepreneurs Week, Kansas City. To help you along your path this week. Today, I would like to just share with you some of the things that we've learned and that are working well for our clients at Neat and Nimble. So let's go ahead and get into presentation mode here. And so, like I said, we're a marketing and branding
company. We already received an invoice. Oh, shoot.
And Kathy, could you go ahead and mute yourself, please? Thank you so much. So I don't know if you know already, but there is actually some statistics and data out there that show that email marketing has a $42 ROI for every dollar spent. Now, we know that email can be incredibly effective when used correctly. Today, we're going to be talking about the top 3 emails that you should be getting set up and sending to your clients and customers. And so the first is a welcome email. Welcome emails are actually 320% more efficient than other promo emails. It's a chance to introduce yourself. This is a great way to introduce your brand and your company, your services to someone who has opted in and would like to hear from you. Then it's also great to include something of value. So give folks a reason to opt in for your email list. This could look like a discount or possibly like a resource of some sort, something that you're answering a very top level question for them. Setting up a series of emails can also be a great way to welcome someone to your email list and help them engage with your community right off the bat. This is also an opportunity where you can set up links to, say, your social media and other places where they can find you and follow you and interact with you. If you are a blogger or if you have a website where you're constantly turning out new content and answering questions, providing new resources and things of value, this is also a great thing to include a link to in your welcome sequence. But do keep your subject lines concise and don't forget a call to action. So we know that subject lines are like the first thing that someone sees when you open an email and you get something in your inbox. And that subject line is the first opportunity you have to convert someone to take action and actually open the email to receive and fully see your following message. But don't stress too much about your welcome emails. Yes, they should be professionally designed and be on brand for your company and your business, but also don't get too caught up in it. Do it yourself is a great way to get started, and there are lots of resources available to help you give yourself a polished look, even if you're not ready yet to engage with a professional design firm like ourselves. Next, we have some examples. I am getting ahead of myself. Back up here. So here is an example of a welcome email that we have constructed for Visit Herman. Visit Herman is the tourism department for the city of Herman. Like I said earlier, we are a small German town. And so here we have the first thing you see is their beautiful logo, which we actually didn't create. They provided that to us. But then you see the word Danke. Danke is German for thank you. So literally, we are thanking them for joining our email subscription list. And then we customize it with a dynamic field so that it uses their first name that they provided when they subscribed. We're giving them an insight into exactly what to expect from this email subscription list. So literally, we're telling them, we're going to be sending you some more things. It's going to be e-newsletters. It's going to give you updates and news about Herman. If you ever want to unsubscribe, you can unsubscribe using a link in the bottom of any of the emails. I love including this in our welcome sequence and in that first message so that people really understand that, they're not tied to this forever, and please don't mark us as spam. We want to give them an opportunity to unsubscribe if they ever change their mind or their needs change. Then we also give them a quick little update of how to update their contact information so that if they ever want to make an update, they know that they can reach out to us at any time and to basically like save this link, save this email. We then have a very short call to action and are inviting them to look at our visitor guide. So this is an ebook that we also publish in real life, and I'm sure I have a copy of it somewhere around here, but it is a 24-page guide to the city. It includes lots of information. There's some maps in there, there's listings and a directory of the current local businesses. And so we include that as a link to the digital version in that welcome sequence. So the ebook and that digital directory guide is actually one of the top reasons that we are able to add subscribers by inviting them to subscribe, and then therefore they receive a link to the visitor's guide. E-newsletters is the second type of email that is wonderful to send. So if you're not already, if you have, I'd say more than like 100 emails in your Rolodex, or people who have given you permission to email them, e-newsletters is a great habit to start utilizing. It gives you a reason to come up with or brainstorm or create opportunities for yourself to send updates. E-newsletters can be sent once or more a month. Once or twice is usually a pretty good rhythm for any business that does not have a whole dedicated department or team to these things. If you're a small business and you just have a couple of folks that are helping you, or if you're doing this yourself, once or twice a month would be a great frequency to shoot for and create some habits around. Your e-newsletters are a great opportunity to provide tips, resources, updated articles, news, or events that are happening within your business or within your community that you're serving. This could include links that, depending on which email service you're utilizing, there are some have features available within them where you can actually segment your list even further. So if you have a general subscriber list of all your current customers, all of your prospects, all of your advocates and people who support your business, regardless of whether or not they're a customer, you can actually utilize some of the more advanced features in some of the email marketing services to segment your list even further. So for example, if you have 3 different products, one that is for new moms, one that is for grandmothers, and one that is for just for babies, you might want to segment your list to show the difference in the people who are interested in new mom products versus the people who are interested in products for new grandmas. And so there's different varieties and different options for that as well. But when they start clicking and interacting with your e-newsletter, you'll start to see trends on things that people are more interested in or less interested in. All right. Here is an example of an e-newsletter that we send from a local candy shop. This is Sugar Mama's. They're located here in Herman, and they sell a variety of different sweet treats. They have frozen items, they have candy, they have homemade pies. And each month we tie in a monthly theme. It makes the message feel timely, even if we're talking about some of the similar updates that we have had in the past. And we've had several people join since I started. If you're just now joining, please pop in the chat and leave us your contact information, as well as any questions that you might have about email marketing. Let me know how you're doing, where are you at in your journey? Are you just getting started? Are you currently emailing but looking to advance your effectiveness? And or are you, kind of restarting emailing after abandoning it due to other priorities coming up? Circling back to Sugar Mamas, this is an e-newsletter. We include lots of links throughout the newsletter with a clear call to action to shop online. We are trying to encourage the subscribers who are already coming to their storefront here in Herman to shop online even when they're not in town. Herman is a big tourist town, and so we have a lot of folks who come and go on the weekends and throughout the week, but they don't necessarily live close by where they can frequently come into store. And so the e-newsletter is a great opportunity where we can invite them to shop online and continue to build those points and engage with the brand. A third type of email that is great to add to your to-do list if you're not already sending one is a thank you email. Thank you emails should come at a specific point in your customer's journey, in their buying journey. And it's a great chance to offer more value and authentically connect with them. Thank them for their business, thank them for their purchase, provide them any kind of information or frequent answers to frequently asked questions about either return policies or how to put something together. Maybe it's a customer service number so that if they have questions or any trouble with their package before it gets delivered, they know who to contact. This is also a fantastic opportunity to include a call to action. Again, we always want to have a singular call to action in each of our emails. Thank you emails are a great time to ask for a review. Public reviews help you grow your business, help you grow your reputation, and provide that level of trust that people want from their peers. If for some reason someone is not satisfied and they're just not excited about what they have received from you, negative reviews are not necessarily all that terrible. Yes, we all hate to have them, but negative reviews or reviews that provide you an opportunity to show your customer service are actually just as valuable as to a business as the ones that are 5 stars. A 5-star review with no comments is great, but a 3-star review that has enough description for how you solved their problem or how you, righted a wrong or something of that nature is actually super valuable to another customer who might be considering using your business in that way. That way they can see, oh, even if this business has a little bit of trouble or we have a negative experience, they're willing to put in the work to right the wrong and or fix the problem or give a refund. So those are great opportunities to include your to build your brand and build your online reviews through thank you emails that can be automated, possibly depending on what other services you have interacting with your brand. Here is an example of an email that we've sent out to current clients. It has a link that goes directly to our listing on Google. That way, other folks, all of our clients, they don't have to go Oh my goodness, guys, I'm so sorry. My internet just disappeared on me for a minute. So I need to get this pulled back up. That's the trouble with technology sometimes. All right, and see if I can get my shared screen again. All right, could someone pop on the chat and let me know that you can still see or that you can see my screen again? Did I get a thumbs up, Gail? Is that with you? Okay, yes. All right, very good. Thanks, guys. All right. So circling back, this is an example of a thank you email that we have sent to past clients. It has a link directly back to our Google listing so that they can quickly and easily leave us a review. We also have included a couple of prompts because asking for a review and giving someone a blank page to fill in can be really hard. I mean, just even coming up with the words, even if they have a great experience, sometimes it can feel like a lot more time consuming than it needs to. So we actually included a couple of questions to help prompt them and help them provide the kinds of reviews that we want other prospective clients to see and read about. So some of those questions include like, what service did you receive and what did we create for you? How was our customer service and responsiveness? Were we personable, professional, and dependable? Even supplying keywords that you want to be known for, you can kind of lead your customers into thinking of those words while they're writing your review. Now, there are tons, absolutely tons. We've already seen in the chat, there are lots of different email marketing service providers. We have 3 that we like to work with, but how do you know what's right for you? So when you're looking at different email marketing services to utilize, you'll want to consider why you're trying to use email marketing. What are the things that it needs to do for you? Are you trying to find something that can be automated and needs to hook in with other systems or point of sale systems that are already part of your business? If you are brand new, the features that you may be needing may be minimal. You may only need to send an e-newsletter once a month and not even need to schedule it, but do something where you're clicking it to send exactly right then. Depending on how big your list is, if you have a really large list, you might need a service that is a little bit more affordable based on the subscriber size. It's great to actually also consider, where do you want to be a year from now? It can be really troublesome and frustrating if you start with one system and get 6 months down the road and discover that they don't have a key feature that is an absolute deal breaker for you that you need. And so it's good to consider, what your future needs might be before you engage and actually subscribe to a service. There's also a couple of different pricing models. So if you're getting started in email marketing, the couple of different things that you'll need to evaluate is essentially like how big your subscribers list is and how often you plan to send emails. So knowing how many active subscribers you have that are accurate addresses and who are engaged with your brand is very helpful, as well as the number of times or the number of emails that you're expecting to send within a calendar month. Many of the systems that are available right now price and charge by billing monthly. And so if you're sending something every 2 weeks, your billing cycle may not match your total number of emails sent within a month if there's the way things fall. So there's a few different things to consider. And I'd be happy to talk through that with anyone if you want to stay on with me today. But we do have a couple of options. So when we're looking at emails and you're looking at how is this performing? What is successful? What do we need to tweak? What are the things that I should even be measuring by? What is considered good? We have a few different metrics that you'll want to take a look at. The first is your click-through rate. This is abbreviated as CTR. So sometimes you'll see that pop up on a report, but literally it is how many people clicked your email and got to another destination outside of the email. Oftentimes we're sending people to social media, to a website, to a specific product listing on your online store. And so, or in a landing page funnel. And so that click-through rate is important because that's the number of people that got the email and actually took action and moved through to the next step. Your open rate is a great one to look at. This is how many people opened and hopefully read your email. However, we have recently seen that a lot of the Apple iOS updates have actually been kind of messing with this number. And so it is not as accurate as it was 3 to 6 months ago. So we are utilizing the click-through rate as a higher priority metric on the things that we're measuring with our own email management services. Your subscriber list size. So this is the number of subscribers that you have on your email list. It's the number of people that receive your emails, and keeping it in making it easy to sign up and having a couple of different routes that people can take to get subscribed to your email list is a great way to continue growing it. As we described before, having a value add in that welcome email sequence or a reason for people to sign up is a great way to grow your subscriber list. Next, traffic to your website. So a lot of times email marketing is sending the subscribers to a specific location online. Typically, that's your own website. And so using your using built-in features as well as good tracking when you are emailing is a great way to see your results in traffic to your website. This can also be tracked pretty closely and reported very easily using Google Analytics if you have that installed on your website. So performance of email can really vary. We see a variety of different results depending on industry, time of year, demographics of a subscriber list. But if you want to, you can kind of find out what the current benchmarking results, what your percentage of what is considered good would look like for your industry just by doing a quick Google search for email marketing performance and check out, what the current data is. So, all right, I'm getting click happy over here. Overall, the average open rate for email marketing is around 23%. So if you are above 25%, you're doing pretty well. Above 35%, you're performing really well. And that open rate can actually, like I said, it can vary by the demographics of your users and what kinds of devices they're using and email clients that they're using. However, keeping your list clean and getting rid of people who never open your emails or who might be marking you as spam, getting rid of invalid emails or bounced emails are a great way to keep your list clean and therefore increase your open rate where the number of people who are opening your email versus the number of people it is sent to is increased. So keeping a clean list is a great way to increase your open rate even without making too many other changes. 3.71% is an average click-through rate. So if you are achieving 4 or 5% click-through rate, you're actually doing really, really well. Anything less than a 3.5, you should really be looking at making sure that where you want people to click is prevalent, drawing attention to it, trying different action words, something like shop now versus learn more, and doing some experimenting and A/B testing to see how you can improve that. Then there's the dark side. We have all received those nasty emails that you didn't even ask for. Those sending an email like that or adding subscribers who have not given you permission is a great way to get blacklisted. Blacklisted is it's basically email jail. It's a no-no, you don't want to be there. But essentially it means that your subscription list has been identified as a spam type of list. And so your emails will stop getting through the email clients like Gmail, Yahoo, all of those folks. They have really good spam filters. So some of the things that you can do to avoid this is keeping a clean email list and using a double opt-in. So a double opt-in is when someone subscribes to your list, then they receive an email to their inbox and they have to click a second time to confirm that they actually subscribed. So that is a great way to decrease the likelihood of getting blacklisted. Avoiding the same messaging on multiple email campaigns. So making sure that your email campaigns and the emails that you're sending out have unique messaging and don't look super repetitive is a great way to avoid looking like spam. And using an accurate from email. So typically, if you are setting this up, you probably are using a somewhat personable email address that this is coming from. If you're a very small business, like someone who, like me, I use my personal email address. And so the newsletters that I send out, even through an email service, look like they are coming from my email. If you're a larger company, it might be something that is more generic, something like support or info at, and then your domain name. But using an accurate from email and good contact information and including an unsubscribe option in the bottom of every email can help you look legitimate to the email services. Then, of course, creating quality content, having a good email where you have created it with a specific purpose in mind, either to inform, to educate, to help someone take action on a purchase decision that they're already, partially through that customer journey. All of those can have a great reason to email someone. And so that can help you not look like spam. Then there's always a list of words to not use in your subject line. So now is a great opportunity to take a screenshot. So I'm going to leave this up for just a minute. But if you are creating your own emails or, if you're working with a team, this is a great slide to screenshot and just avoid these words at all costs. There are other words that can have a very similar meaning, or if you can kind of tweak your messaging, you can avoid these words and stay creative and keep those folks opening your emails and not going to the spam folder. All right, so we are most of the way through the presentation. I would love to see how we're doing today. If you have found this helpful in any way, shape, or form, or if you're just joining us, go ahead and hop on the chat. If you have found this incredibly helpful, I would love for you to give me a 5. If you have found this somewhat helpful, show me a 3. If you're like, this is old news, thank you, but no thank you, show me a 1 and drop those in the chat and let me see how we're doing. So thank you, Chris, Vanessa, Christy. This is wonderful. Thank you. I've got a 4, several 5s. Perfect. All right. And then I'm getting some feedback from Christy. So this is great, but you're lost on how to actually get these set up. I will give you some more information about that here shortly. Yes, Nathan, I would be happy to share the presentation. I do have an extended version of this, which I'll get into here shortly. But if anyone would like to receive a copy of the presentation, please drop me your email in the chat, and I would be happy to send that out after today's presentation. All right. Thank you, everyone. So great lead in, Christy. So what do? We've got this information now. You know some of the emails that you should be sending or some different things to add value and how to gain subscribers, but like, what do you do with this information next? We actually have a couple of different options. We offer email marketing services. So you can partner with us and join us as a neat and nimble brand builder, in which case we offer email marketing services, which is an e-newsletter where we assist with creating content, and it includes a featured article, as well as actually sending an email. We do design, we include that article, we include calls to action back to your website or to other things that you're trying to get people to. And this starts at $700 a month. That is a 6-month commitment, and I'd be happy to talk with anyone who is interested. We also have an option for someone who is maybe not quite ready to take that step. I think I skipped a slide here. Here we go. This is our email, kind of a do-it-yourself option. We actually have a Learn and Launch extended version where I go in depth and I have a series of videos that talk more about the topics that we went over today, as well as several other topics about how to get started. This is investment of $199. It is a one-time charge that is not a monthly fee. It includes access to our series of videos and as well as a workbook. And it also includes a 1-hour consultation one-on-one with me to talk about what you learned in the series, in the videos and the workbook, but then also like what are the next steps that you need to be taking and what questions you have to get started. So if you are interested in this plan, please stay on and I will drop a link in the chat. More information about both of these options can be found on our website, which is neatandnimble.com. But I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording now and open it up to